Hello,
Hey
everyone.
guys.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's gonna be a preview of how tonight's gonna go.
Well, I always feel bad because you're the one that says hello first, and then I'm just like, oh, hello. like,
It's all right. It's all right. Hi guys.
hello, everybody.
Welcome to the Nerdy Archives.
Nerdy Archives.
Um, what are we doing this week, huh?
Okay, so this week we are talking about our favorite TV shows. As discussed in last episode, we are not going to be able to talk about the TV shows we talked about last time because Gilmore
Yeah.
Girls is my life. So
Yeah.
I could go on for
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, so no X-Files or Heart of Dixie for me either, so
Oh no,
that should be interesting.
there are shows that we like that we're currently watching. Um,
hmm hmm
you know, our
Yeah.
go-tos.
Before we get right into it, how was your week?
It
How
started
was
off.
Valentine's Day?
What did I do Valentine's Day? Oh, I was
You
supposed to. I was
worked.
supposed. I I wanted to go out to dinner, but then I have extreme anxiety, so I didn't want to deal with people. So I made steak, and apparently I didn't cook it properly the first time. So then Mike decided he was gonna put it back on, and then he overcooked it. But that was a thing. I didn't do much on Valentine's Day other than go to work and
Right.
existing.
Existing. Yeah.
yeah. And Mike
What about the
offered.
rest of your week?
The rest of my week was our. It started off all right, I should say, and then Friday, I swear to fucking God, I already vented to you about this a little bit, but
Yes.
so my job is a job. I do job.
I do job.
So in order for okay, so I already know I've told everybody this, but I work on email campaigns. And in order for people to progress in said email campaign, they need the like two things from me, right?
hmm
I'm trying to do this without giving away where I work because I don't want anyone from
Right.
work
You don't
what's
want,
yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, so I do these two things. These two things are not that hard. Okay? But in
hmm
order for me to do these two things, I need three things.
hmm
So Friday morning, I wake up to an urgent email that got sent to me at 6 a.m. Who the fuck is awake at 6 a.m.? Not me. So when I get to the office, I opened it and I was like, yeah, no problem. I can do it. And then I opened the ticket and one of the three things isn't there. And I'm like, well, I can't really do anything until I get it.
Right.
It took 4 hours and two people nagging me to do this for me to finally do it. And it's like, why don't you people understand? In order for me to do my job, you kind of have to do your job first.
hmm
Don't get on my ass about my subtests being open when y'all haven't given me the correct shit. I just
hmm
it's irritating me, and I'm normally not the person to talk out about things, but I have a peer review with my boss on Tuesday, and you bet your ass I am bringing this up because it's ridiculous.
hmm
So that's yeah.
Yep.
So we'll see how that goes Tuesday. I'll probably let y'all know, but it's just so people.
Right. Two things. One, your mic's doing that thing again.
Oh my! Can I get there one where it's not? All right. Hello.
Hello.
Is it good?
Yeah, you're fine now. And two, what was it that Mike was offering?
Oh yeah, he offered to give me flowers when we went to Walmart because I forgot what we needed to get from toilet paper. That's right, because my dad had
Adulting.
colonoscopy. Yeah, I needed toilet paper. He offered to give me flowers, but I'm not. that type of girl. Like, he didn't give me anything, and I'm like not mad about it, right? Like, I didn't want flowers. I even told him specifically, I was like, no, I am not getting flowers because in 7 months you're gonna be pissed that we have flies because I have dead flowers. Like, no.
Yep.
I like my flowers to be dead. Thank you. But yeah, so it was a nice day. My steak was alright. I was just really hungry and wanted to cook it as fast as possible.
I get that. I get that.
How was your
Um,
week in Valentine's Day?
well, Valentine's Day was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we all know Dumpling. Um,
Dumpling.
Hi Dumpling. Um, so my grandfather is 91 years old. Just for some context here.
Yes.
He does not understand that Dumpling is not my boyfriend. He is just my very good male friend. So on Valentine's Day, I kind of sent him a text, kind of joking, and I was like, Grandpa still thinks because I've clarified with Grandpa, but he does not get this. Um, Grandpa still thinks you're my boyfriend, so like, are you gonna get me flowers or anything for Valentine's Day?
Oh my god.
And I was being a smart ass, of course. And then Valentine's Day comes around and um like all the ladies up front who work like produce and floral are kind of like little giggling when I'm around and I'm like, what the frick is going on?
Why y'all giggling the fuck?
And then one of them is like, hey, has Cody given you your present yet? And I'm like, no. And I was like, what the frick's going on? Because we were having dinner at my place with my mom, my brother, and his girlfriend. So like just like a Valentine's Day dinner. And we picked him up after work because he got off an hour before I did. And he comes out of his house with a bouquet of yellow roses, a mylar balloon with chocolates, and a whole giant thing of chocolates that are like some of my favorite. And he's like, I told you I was going to play this part, damn it. And I was just like, okay, well, you really played it, huh?
That's so sweet though.
It was.
It's really cute. I was like, are you sure y'all are actually dating?
I am very sure. I'm very sure. Um,
It's cute.
but yes. And we had dinner and we played Uno and yeah, I mean, it was a pretty quiet night. We just had Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes and corn. Just a real Midwest meal there. Um, uh, I actually, my mom got all of us, other than herself, stuffed pigs because of the like tradition from Germany that I discussed in our episode last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so
So we,
cute.
yeah, I wish I would have got a picture because Faith was carrying it around the entire night
I feel like me
around the
and
house.
Faith would get along just great because I did the same thing
Yes.
with the bunny I got yesterday.
Yes. Yes. Um, and then like the rest of the week was like kind of blah. I ended up calling in on Friday because I was in a lot of discomfort. Work has all these new rules about like supposed safety and like yeah,
Just a bunch
not to
of
go too into
bullshit.
it, but like yeah, just stuff that everybody outside of this company thinks is absolute bullshit. And like my brother is a manager and thinks all and my mom has also been a manager and both of them thinks this is complete bull. So it's fun.
I definitely have to agree with that.
Yeah. And like other than that, I went to town for the first time since like December for fun. Today I spoiled myself a little bit,
Which is well
just
deserved.
I feel like it was. My bank account is crying and I am having a panic attack, but it's all good because I can just play Tales of Symphonia for the first time since I was like 19. So it's all good. It's all good.
I've been
Oh,
blissfully playing Hogwarts Legacy.
so has my brother, yes. And I'm just like Tetris and now Tales of Symphonia. Yep. Yep.
I
And redoing my island, but
There's too much to do in that game. Okay, so like let me so I am the type of person that likes to do all the side quests before doing the main story because I don't want to miss any side quests, right?
right.
Because I know sometimes it like locks you out, whatever. Um, I don't know how I got so broke. So like I
Mhm.
haven't I haven't been buying like clothes just for like clothes, right?
Right.
Um, so I don't know how I got so broke, but there was a side quest that I literally had to grow an herb, but I needed the bigger potting thing for,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
it was 2000. I can't remember what the fuck the goddamn currency is. Anyway, it was like 2000 gold. I did not have. So I had to like go around farming to get gold, and like every fucking little bag of money I found was like two gold, 3 gold. Like this is not getting me anywhere.
This is not doing me any good.
So I was stuck on the same side quest. Like I finally finished it, and then it took 15 fucking minutes for this thing to grow, mind you. And you have to be in the castle for it to grow.
Oh my
So I'm
God.
like, what the fuck am I gonna do for 15 minutes? I ended up watching TikToks. But
God
like,
bless.
there's just so much to do in that game. Anyway, I'm enjoying myself.
It sounds like it. Yeah. No, I get that. Um, yeah, I kind of feel like that's like Animal Crossing for me, but like because designing my island, I can't decide on the aesthetic I want.
Girl, it took me literally like 4 weeks to decide. Like I would start building and like terraforming, and I wouldn't like
Hmm.
it. So then I would have to terraform all that fucking down. Like let me tell you, it was I feel your pain. It took me. I remember being on Discord talking to people, literally all day. I want to say it was like 23 hours of me just fucking terraforming.
Yeah. I really wish I had a way to share my screen because it would probably go by a lot faster if I had somebody to talk to
It
while I was
did.
doing it.
I was streaming it on Discord while I was doing it, so like, of course, like Reaper and shit had to like put their input in, but it was, yeah.
Right.
I wish it was easier in that game to
Yeah, well, the
do it.
problem that makes me really mad is with the Happy Home extension.
Hmm.
Like, you can do like mass, or I should say fast terraforming and stuff. Like, you can put down paths just by holding down, it's like X, and you can just, use the directional pad or the joystick to like set down paths like in mass. Like,
What?
yeah,
Oh, that's
but
what?
only while you're making homes for the people at the Happy Home
Oh yeah,
planning.
no, dude. I wish honestly, I wish they would change it to that.
Yeah, because like if we can do it for that,
Why can I do it for paid DLC, but you can't fix it in the like base game, bro?
exactly, even if it had to be like, oh, you can only do like this sector per, you know, while you're in the like zoomed out whatever, like you
Yeah.
can only do like one or two sectors at a time. Like,
It would still make it go by so much faster.
yeah, like I'm trying to just build the second level right now of the ideas I have.
I
And
also
like, oh,
wish I could help you. Like, I wish when you invited somebody to your island, if you're like best
they could
friends, they
help.
can help you because it would go
Right.
by so much faster. Like, if you told me to go, like, fucking dig up this whole area, I'd be like, hell yeah, let's go.
Right. Yeah. But of course not.
No, they don't make it simple enough.
Of course not. All right, we went really far. So yeah, basically it was an interesting week. Um, yeah, it was an interesting week.
Agreed.
All right, you're game master this time. So
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, so first, before we get into that, I just want to call it out because this bitch that I am right now has been hell to get to work. So originally I got her to work, right? And then I realized my face was the same face Autumn's model is using, and I was like, I can't do that. We can't do this. Nay, nay. So I had to go back and change the either way. She works. This is the new me.
this is new me.
This is new me. So,
Hello.
oh my god, it's hell. But I got her to work finally, and it was worth it. Anyway, okay, yes. So, game.
Yes.
I want to apologize in advance. I suck at reading out loud. My eyes move too fast, and my brain can't comprehend, and mouth words don't come out. So,
Mouth words don't come out.
I want to apologize for the stuttering and the like ums and stuff. I'm working on it. So, today's game. I have to. Okay, well, I have to. Here's the rules. I don't know what I'm saying.
She doesn't
See, this
know.
is already going to go so great. I'm going to read a description, like a synopsis of the TV show.
Hmm hmm
And then Autumn is going to have to guess what that show is.
hmm
I'm not going to give options because most of them are like
They're
obvious as
giveaways.
fuck. Um, but if she asks for an option, it's going to be like this or that, right? Like there's going to be some that like are from me, but
Uh-huh.
that's not what I wanted.
Hmm
Is this it? No, what? Where are
Oh
my
no.
numbers? Oh, they're there. Why are they all both all way? Why do Autumn? Next time I do this, please
hmm
remind me to zero out the score every
Will do.
fucking time.
I will do this.
Okay, so there's 16 that I wrote because she gave me 8 and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw 8 of mine in here. So,
All right.
this one, the first one is a dead ass giveaway. So, um, a commercial airliner suddenly reappears after being missing for 5 years. As those aboard reiterate, God, why did that take me a second? Reiterate into society, they experience guiding voices and visions of events that yet to occur. And sorry, I'm still laughing about the like, why did that take me so long? Reoccur, and soon a deeper mystery unfolds.
It's Manifest.
Yes. I
I
was like,
finished it this week, at least what's available.
it
Yeah.
was it was the first one I did, and I was like, well, this is a dead ass giveaway. What the fuck? You couldn't have been more just like,
Just right on the nose.
yeah.
Might as well have thrown Flight 828 in there and I would
Yeah,
just
that's what I was thinking. Like, give me a second.
just keywords.
My
Keywords.
my mouth is not working very well, so let me
That is
just
okay.
mouth soothe. Is that what I did? I don't. I shouldn't mess around with settings in this shit. I swear.
Mm,
Is
okay.
that doesn't move at all? Okay, you know what? Whatever. If I'm a little scuffed, I'm a little scuffed. It just bugs me. Okay, number 2.
hmm
The misadventures of a divorced mother and her family and their oh sorry, there wasn't an and there. This is gonna drive me crazy because I'm so fucking aware of the mistakes I'm making right now.
It's okay.
Let's restart that.
Okay.
The misadventures of a divorced mother, her family, and their building supertenant in Indianapolis.
Uh, mm, uh, oh, okay. A divorced mother. Okay. Um, I don't have a single clue.
Would you like the options?
Yes.
Okay, is it A, United States of Tara, or
Okay.
B, One Day at a Time?
Uh, oh, one day at a time.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
That one I had to like literally search for not so like it when you
Not
Google,
obvious.
yeah, well, when you Google One Day at a Time on the cyber, it gives you a description. It was like 3 paragraphs long. So I just grabbed a little section of it because I was
Right.
not reading all that.
Yeah, no. No, no, no. No.
Okay, 3. A group of bored delinquents are transported into parallel dimension as part of a survival game.
I'm apparently going to be way worse at this than I thought. Oh, what the frick?
Do you want the options?
Yeah.
Is it A, Alice in Borderlands, or B, Girl from Nowhere?
Um, Alice in Borderlands?
Yes.
Okay.
It was one of my. I figured the ones that I put are gonna be a little bit like
Yeah.
tougher for you.
I'm just like, what? Who?
Um. So do I say the names in the description, or do I just say blank? Like I don't want the names to be dead
You
ass
can just
giveaways.
like you could just be like if you know it's a man or if it's a woman or if it's a child. I mean, if you wanted to do it that way or just blanks, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, let's make it a little harder.
Okay. 4. Half brothers. This guy and that guy trade between uh, kinship and rivalry, both on the basketball court and in the hearts of their friends in the small. In the small. I'm sorry. I'm like, what? Okay, in the small but not so quiet town of Blink, because I can't say it.
Okay, I'm gonna hate myself because this is just what is it One Tree Hill?
Yes.
Oh my God, that was a complete guess, but I was like, wait a second. Basketball? Is that what that's about?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Montreal. It
Okay.
was Lucas and Nathan Scott, and then the blank that I couldn't say was literally One Tree Hill. And
Gotcha.
so,
That was a really good guess. That was a really good guess.
okay, 5.
Okay.
Three three suburban mothers suddenly find themselves in desperate circumstances and decide to stop playing it safe and risk everything to take back their power.
Good girls.
Yes. You killed it 5 for 5 right now. Of course, my eyes decided to get very fucking blurry right now. What the fuck? I'm trying to read. Eyeballs.
You're having a night. You're having a night.
Eyeballs, please.
Eyeballs, please.
Please work.
I'm begging.
Okay. Number 6. Two brothers follow their father's footsteps as hunters, fighting evils blank beings of many kinds, including monsters, demons, and gods on the realm of the earth.
Supernatural.
I really should read these again before. Why do they all say the fucking title in them? What the fuck?
It's kind of how synopses try to do it,
That's fair.
but
Oh god.
you're doing great.
Number 7.
Okay.
A woman struggles to find her balance between her dissociative identity disorder and raising a dysfunctional family.
United States of Terra.
Yeah. See, this is why I didn't want to give options because it's like they're dead ass.
It's just like an intro for everybody of what we're going to talk about. It's great.
I should have just said DID. I don't know why I said the whole thing out loud.
Dissociative identity disorder.
Okay, number
Yes.
8.
Mm-hmm.
Facing an existential threat that could bring down the crime lab, a brilliant team of forensic investigators must welcome back old friends and deploy new techniques to preserve and serve justice in Sin City.
CSI Las Vegas.
Yes.
Which,
Yeah.
fun fact, and this is not, don't get discouraged when I say this. That is the descriptor for the new seasons, and that's how I knew because it says bring back new friends or old friends, and I was like, hey, 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 hey.
IMBD lied to me.
It's okay because the original is just called CSI, but because there's like four CSIs at this point, I
There's so
always
many.
clarify Las Vegas. But it's all good.
That's fair.
It's all good.
All right, number 9. A mysterious, clever girl named Nano transfers to different schools, exposing the lies and the misdeeds of the students and faculty at every turn.
Um, can I get some options?
Yeah. Is it A, extracurricular, or B, girl from nowhere?
Um, Girl from Nowhere?
Yes, which you still need to watch.
Okay, like, do you want me to add it to my Netflix or is it Hulu
It's
or
Netflix. Yes, it is so good. Anyway, I'm going to talk about that. I'm that's one of the shows I'm discussing. But anyway, yes. Uh
okay.
can I click the right screen? Okay, number 10. After being
Mhm.
hit by a deadly oh my god, I can't do it. After being hit on the head by a toilet seat, a young temp clerk becomes the Grim Reaper in death.
Dead Like Me.
Yes.
1 second. I am just gonna mute real fast.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm trying so hard to read all of this so accurately and it's not working.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I heard a big thought. I was making sure everything was okay. Okay.
Okay, number 11. A
Yes.
streetwise hustler is pulled into a compelling conspiracy after witnessing the suicide of a girl who looks just like her.
Orphan Black.
Yes. I love
I
that.
actually did watch that
The
based
show
on
is
your.
so fucking good.
I got through the first season.
I think I did too, to be honest, but it was so good.
Mhm.
Okay, so now we're getting into mine.
So
Okay.
fun.
12. The story of a group of British teens who are trying to grow up, find love, and happiness despite questionable parenting and teachers who would rather be friends and lovers than authority figures.
Skins?
Yes!
Okay.
God, I love skins. I'm also gonna. Okay. Number 13. Dude, you.
Mm.
Can I just say. Can I just say, you are 100% right now.
Well, okay.
Okay, 13. 5 teens form a friendship and make their goals to cram as much quote unquote awesomeness as they can into their lives, into their last teenage years.
Um, can I get some options?
Yes. Is it A, Slide, or B, My Mad Fat Diary?
Um, Slide?
Yes.
Okay. I've never heard of that one. Never.
It's like, sorry, I'm burping. It's like an Australian version of Skins. It only got one season. It was really good though.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm burping so much right now. What the
It's
fuck?
okay.
Okay. 14. A group of doctors at Chastain Memorial Hospital face personal and professional challenges on a daily basis.
Grey's Anatomy?
No, it is The Resident.
Well, damn.
Grey's Anatomy is, well, What was their first?
It's Seattle
Seattle
something.
Grace. No, Seattle
Yeah,
Grace is not.
wait,
Seattle
something
Grace is the
Grace.
other one. Either way, it
I,
becomes the Grace Low Memorial.
right.
That's what I know it by.
I knew better, but
It's okay.
well, well, how the mighty have fallen. Anyways,
15. A group of people around the world who are suddenly linked mentally and, and must find a way to survive being haunted by those who see them as a threat to the world's order.
Sense8.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I was like, wait, why does this not sound right? But then I was like, yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right, and then number 16.
Okay.
Two strangers are drawn to a mysterious pharmaceutical trial for a drug that they assumed will no longer, with no complications or side effects whatsoever, permanently solve all of their problems. Things don't go as planned.
I need some options, please.
Is it A, Better Than Us, or B, Manic?
Manic?
Yes.
Okay.
So you got 15 and 16. That's not bad.
I mean, it could have been perfect if I would have just paid attention
Look,
to the hospital.
look. I'm not allowed to talk about Gilmore Girls, but I will find a way. I will find a way to talk about Matt, alright? Let's be honest.
You're like, I will find a way.
I
Where there's a
will
will, there's a way.
I will talk about that man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that was the game. Once again, I'm so sorry. I was trying to I think me
You're
trying to be
fine.
perfect made it worse than it
Worse?
normally
Yeah,
is.
it usually does. So I wanted to do this disclaimer before we got into it because we didn't do it at the beginning. This is not spoiler free. This is not a spoiler free episode. If any of the shows we mentioned during the game are ones you're either planning to watch, currently watching, like, do not
Hold,
proceed.
hold on, there's more actually. There's a couple more that I have that I want to talk about. If you
Okay.
have never seen Grey's Anatomy, which you fucking should, Black Mirror, Bee and Puppy Cat, I know I talked about it in the anime, but I just love it so much. Or Gretzko, yeah, don't continue to watch. I'll put like disclaimers before we're talking about it, and like
Right.
you can skip that section.
Right. I'm not saying don't not listen to the entire episode, but like if there's something that you have been working on getting through or it's on your to watch list and you have a problem with being spoiled, I don't have that problem.
I don't
So
really either.
I have told people before I'm a spoiler queen. I rather know what's going to happen so I have something to look forward to.
That's
So,
yeah, I'm the same way.
okay. So, do you want to go first?
Sure, I can go first. Let's see. Let's see. Well, speaking of the last show that was an option, Manic. I know you haven't seen Manic.
Mm-mm.
It has Jonah Hill in it, number one, and I loved fucking Jonah Hill. It has Emma Watson. Not Watson, oh my god, Emma Stone. Hello? Am I
Okay.
okay?
No.
And it also has Thor, Liam. Can't remember his last name because I don't care.
Hemsworth?
Thank you. Yes.
Gotcha.
It's a really really good show. So, the premise said it's about a drug trial, and Jonah Hill's character for some reason thinks he's like a government agent, like a super secret government agent.
Hmm.
I think it's because he has mental illness, but anyway, um, these drug studies, like, wait, it doesn't have Liam in it. That was the other drug study one. Anyway, don't know it does. What am I saying? Doesn't matter anyway. So,
We're doing great.
so they get put in these chairs and they get hooked up to like a machine, and it digs deep into your like deepest, darkest like trauma, I guess, that
Lovely.
you have to revisit.
Oh
And
God, hell
they
no.
they do it in a way where it's not like really how the trauma happened. Like, for instance, there's this one where for some reason they're in like the 1950s and
Hmm.
Jonah Hill is a fucking mafia boss, and like it's so good. Like
Uh-huh.
they do it in a way where it's not like super traumatic.
Right.
um his was pretty much like he grew up with a rich family. He was the outcast, pretty much shunned, treated like a black sheep.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
and then Emma Stone's was her sister died in a car accident and she felt like it was her fault.
Gotcha.
So it's like coming to terms with that. Um
Gotcha.
it's a really fucking good show, though. Y'all should
Night.
watch it.
I'll have to check it out. I do have an honorable mention. It's the OA, but only the first season. I've only watched the first season. But the OA on Netflix, really, really interesting. It's kind of like okay, it's kind of like a similar process. Wow. The premise as like Sense8.
Hmm.
Um, but like it's more experimental, I guess. Like these people are put into this situation that kind of forces them to like have these like abilities, and
Interesting.
it's really interesting. It's really kind of effed up, honestly. It's all over the place.
I'm,
Um
I'm gonna have to watch it.
it's also been I probably watched it when it first came out, which I think was 2016. So it's been a very long time, but like um yeah, it's good. Um but it's out there.
I like out there shows,
I
so
know. I know.
like
We kind of do, yeah.
if this tells you anything about Manic, I binge watched it in one day. Mike watched it and I didn't watch it at first, and then he rewatched it with me. So like I'm very glad he did, because he's one of the people that will like just click a show and start watching
Right.
it, and like if it's good he'll continue. If it's not, then he doesn't. Oh my god! Speaking of that, honorable mention, and I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I want you to watch it. That happened with the Devil's Son and the Bastard himself.
Okay, yeah, the one that it's on my list because you told me to.
He just randomly clicked it and we started watching it, and oh my god, I'm so fucking glad he did. I was listening to Freddie Dredd earlier and I was like, I need to talk about this show. It's really good. If you're into witches, you should watch it. If you're not into witches, I don't give a fuck. Watch it anyway.
Do what I say.
There's this girl so the witches, they only get one power realistically that they're like the greatest at, and one of the people gets one that rips things apart, and that's great.
Yes, I remember you explaining this to me. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Did you want to talk about one of yours?
No, I, I I don't know.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, just keep going. Just keep going.
Okay, let me go through my list.
Yes.
Um, okay. Grey's Anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
I really like medical shows. I'm
Mm-hmm.
weird. I can eat a sandwich while they're doing brain surgery and be
Oh,
fine.
that's easy.
Um, Anytime I'm watching a medical show, Mike always walks in the room at the wrong time, and he's like, "Oh God," and walks
Oh
away.
God.
So great. What can I say about Grey's Anatomy? Not one of the best medical shows I've watched, because like I like The Resident and Matt,
Yeah.
but Grey's Anatomy is one of those shows that, God, do they love killing main characters.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a show just off main characters like that. It's fucking crazy to me. There's 18 fucking seasons, which honestly, they should stop
They should
because
just stop.
you can tell the actors and actresses are like over the shit. You know, it's like Days of Our Lives, right? Like Days of Our Lives has been going on for too long, to the point where they're making up the craziest stories possible
I'm gonna look this up because
just to keep it going. Like my grandma and mom loved Days of Our Lives, and I had to watch it when I was watching, like, taking care of my mom. So
Mhm.
then my grandma was like, "Oh, you like Days of Our Lives? Let me talk about it." There was a fucking storyline where, like, this girl had amnesia and thought she was a princess. Like, what the fuck?
Do you want to know when the first episode, what year the first episode of Days of Our Lives aired?
Yes, I actually do.
1965.
End it.
Do you want to know how? Okay, speaking of soap operas, so my grandpa watches The Young and the Restless and has
Oh my
for
god. Yeah.
I don't know how long, and me and my mom used to watch it too. I haven't got to because, well, I work during daytime TV hours.
Mhm.
Um, I also don't have cable. But how long ago did it start though? I need to know. It's 73.
Oh my god. Just end it.
There was, and I don't think I watched it this time. There was this plot line where, because it bases around like a cosmetic company,
Mhm.
and one of the employees poisoned a batch of face cream because she was then gonna be like the savior who discovered this, like, accident
Oh my fucking
and become
god.
like a hero. And she
Okay.
ends up poisoning and I think killing somebody. Yeah.
As you do in a soap opera.
Also, the actor who plays or played Wade played a character in that.
Of course.
And he played a delinquent. It was wonderful.
So Grey's Anatomy reminds me of one of those soap operas. Like, just end it.
Just end it.
Just stop. Okay, so in the first couple seasons, you get attached to the new interns, right?
Mhm.
George dies. I loved
That
George.
one hurt.
Why did George have to die?
That
Why
hurt.
couldn't Izzy die?
I liked Izzy.
I didn't mind Izzy, actually. I'm not mad at Izzy. I'm mad at Alex. But anyway, that's besides the point. And then a couple seasons later, they're like, oh, you're happy they finally got married? Dead.
Dead.
McDreamy, dead. So it's like, okay, cool. Well, at least fucking she has her sister dead.
Dead.
Fucking just dead. And then you get attached to Mark, dead. It's like, dude, why are you killing all of my favorite fucking people? Can we stop? And then, for some reason, I can't remember names right now for some fucking reason either.
You're too upset. You're too
I
upset.
am.
It's too fresh.
And then they get rid of my favorite fucking doctor, Christina. I can remember her name. They're just like, hey, she's going to Berlin or something. I can't remember where she goes. You're never seeing her again.
You're never seeing her again.
So
Goodbye.
then you're stuck with three fucking annoying women. Amelia is the most. I hate Amelia. Like, it's just like, why? What? Meredith, I'm shocked she hasn't fucking killed herself yet because Jesus.
I was
It's
gonna
just,
say, isn't the first like 5 seasons her trying to kill herself?
no.
She's self-destructive, is what I mean.
No, yeah, she is very self. Like, let me stick my hand in a
That's
chest
like my
cavity that has a live grenade in it.
I love that episode, those episodes. I watch those frequently.
Like you're. I'm sorry if you hear my dogs. For some reason, B is going
That is
crazy.
okay. That episode and the shooting. Those are like my two.
It's just like why I don't understand. I like it. I'll anytime a new season comes out, I'll rewatch the whole the whole series because I don't
It's time
remember
for
what
a rewatch.
happens. And I just keep going through like me crying when George dies. Be fucking you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
it's just dude, come on. And look,
Hmm.
speaking about medical shows because I'm going to talk about it too. The Resident, right? I feel bad because I didn't cry when Nick died. I honestly didn't like Nick. I didn't like Nick and Conrad together.
Gotcha.
So I'm kind of glad she's gone. My boy Conrad deserved better. Oh my god. And then. So, right before Nick's about to give birth, her friend Billy comes into the picture, right?
Mhm.
And then they kill Nick. And then now Conrad and Billy are together. That's not right. They're not right together. I don't like why can Conrad just be single? Just the single dad. I like that.
I had this conversation with one of my coworkers who's contemplating ending a like 4-year relationship, and they're like ready to just jump to the next because they have somebody in mind you.
Oh my
I'm
god,
like,
just be single.
just be single, and they were like, no. And I was like, okay, I can't help you then. Goodbye.
I don't understand people that can't just be on their own.
It's not fun, but you're not gonna die.
You need to regenerate. You need to rethink your life fucking values and shit. Like,
Yeah, especially since this person has been in a relationship since they were like 19.
I mean, same.
So they only know like I know, but like
I like
they've
how
not been happy.
I'm preaching about it and I've been married since I was 19. So you
Yes.
know.
Yes, but like how many times have we talked about how much you've grown as a
It's
person
true. That's
and within your relationship? It has not been a easy decade.
it's just like bouncing from one fucking toxic relationship to another. It's like, come on.
Hmm.
Just live your life.
Yes, I've been single my entire life, but I can't imagine not being able to be single at least even for like a month.
at,
Like
at least a month. Like, come on.
like you're not going to die. I promise.
Like,
Maybe you will. I don't know.
like
But
I'm proud of Mobe right now.
mhm.
She has been in a relationship with I'm not gonna say his name because I
It's
don't want to
okay.
like display all of her
Right.
shit. But she's been in a relationship with this guy for 7 years. She finally just said, "Fuck it, I'm done,"
Hmm.
because she's the only one putting things like in this relationship and towards this relationship, and he's
Right.
like, just kind
Right.
of floating. So I'm proud of her
Right.
for finally being like, "I'm done."
Right.
And she's like, "I'm gonna be single." I was like, "Good for you. Fucking live your life." Like,
Live it. Exactly.
don't jump from guy to guy. Like,
No, just
I mean, you can
no.
sleep with guy to guy if you want,
I
or
mean,
girl,
yeah,
and like sleep
do
with
your
whoever the
thing,
fuck you
but
want, but don't jump into another relationship.
yeah, no. Keep strings string free.
So it's just it bugs me in the resident because it's like, dude, he was doing fine on his own. Why you gotta bring? To be okay, I need to keep this in mind though. To be fair, his daughter is now like 7, and Nick did die when she was a newborn. So like, I guess he was single for 7 years.
Yeah, I
But
guess.
I didn't see those 7 years, so I
They're
don't.
just gonna do casual flashbacks every once in a blue moon of him like drinking himself to death or
Like, I don't believe
his
those.
daughter's crying and he's just staring at a wall.
Uh, but yeah, I like. I think I like The Resident more than Grey's Anatomy because it's not always like focused on just drama, right? Like,
Right.
and people aren't constantly dying. I mean, there are like patients that die, but they're not main characters.
Right.
Also, I like the Resident because, well, I mean, also in Grey's Anatomy, there's cameos of like people from like Gilmore Girls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Gotcha.
did you want me to keep going?
You can just keep going. I don't even know what I'm going to say.
Okay.
So,
Speaking of people dying.
yeah.
Oh, what one do I want to go into? Well, we'll go into both. Anyway, okay, so Skins UK.
Hmm.
I love Skins. I like how it's like 2 seasons of this generation and then it moves on to the next generation, right?
Yeah.
The first generation, we are following Tony, Jill, Michelle, Sid, uh, why can't I remember the bitch's name I hate? Cassie. Fuck Cassie. I fucking hate that bitch. Chris and Max and I feel awful. I can't remember his name. Whatever. He doesn't matter actually at all. So yeah, I don't like him either. So typical British shit. They're kids. They're smoking weed. They're selling drugs. They're having sex. They're doing drinking during the day. That kind of shit. You know how the world portrays the UK for some fucking reason. um, why is it literally every generation they kill my favorite character? So I don't really care for Sid and fucking Tony's friendship. They're supposed best friends. They're not. I don't care. Then you got fucking Michelle, who's supposed to be like the hottest shit ever. She's not. Sid ends up fucking her. Tony gets hit by a bus. Like, it's just, like stupid shit. But the one thing the Chris. Okay, we have my boy Chris. My favorite guy. He is taking all the pills in the fucking world to see the side effects, right? He's already dying. You don't know this in the beginning, but he's dying. He has an illness that can't be cured.
Oh.
His mom just up and leaves.
Oh.
So he's like throwing these house parties and stuff, and then he hits rock bottom, sleeps with his teacher, as you do.
As you do.
He ends up getting with Jal, and then Jal gets pregnant and like aborts the baby because like she's 16, right? Like she can't be having a kid.
Hmm.
So Chris starts having seizures and stuff, and he's staying with Cassie. Fuck Cassie. The last seizure is really bad, and Cassie caused it. They were like goofing around, and he started having a seizure. She didn't call 911. She didn't do shit. She just left.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure he had an aneurysm in his brain that exploded. Because he
Gotcha.
starts bleeding from his nose and shit. She just leaves and goes to America, okay?
Mm.
Fuck Cassie. Why can't you, like, why didn't you call anyone? Why did you just let him die? I like Chris. He's funny. He's like really charming, really sweet kid. Like, he didn't deserve to die like that. And then we got Generation 2. My favorite season because of Naomi and Emily. Lily Loveless can kidnap me. I would be fine with it. Like, I'd be okay. So you're following Effie, which is Tony's little sister. So you got Effie, Pandora. I love Pandora. Oh my fucking god. Thomas, Obviously, Emily, Katie, Naomi, um, Cook. His name is, I don't know why they call it, his last name is Cook, but fuck Cook. And Freddie and JJ, right? So,
Hmm.
Freddie, JJ, and Cook, they're all best friends. We don't know why. Cook's a dick. He's like a piece of shit. Um, Effie's like one of those girls that like play hard to get, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Freddie likes her, so like the first day of school, he's like trying to hit on her, and she's like, everybody wants to get to know me, you know what I mean? Like, fuck you. And then she ends up fucking Cook, so it's like, that's cool. Why? Who knows? Um, so Freddie ends up going after Katie, which is Emily's twin sister. Um, and like that bugs Effie, right?
Hmm.
Without you like wanting to say it bugs Effie, but it bugs Effie. They end up going on a camping trip, and she ends up taking shrooms and hits Katie over the head with a rock, leaving her like
Okay,
pretty much
well,
to bleed out. So everybody's like mad at Effie, right? Meanwhile, we have Emily and Naomi. I love them so much. So like Emily's gay, but doesn't know how to say she's gay. Naomi is Naomi. She's just rolling with the punches, man.
hmm
So they end up getting together, and they're like the fucking cutest things ever. I swear, they're just cute. I love them. Then you got your boy JJ. JJ's just the nerd. he's he's a really nerdy, awkward kid with anger issues, actually. So he like just goes off. Pandora is a dumb girl, but I love her, and she's dating Thomas. Anyway, at the very end, Effie's therapist, who's like obsessed with her, ends up killing Freddie because Freddie's looking for Effie, and then I'm pretty sure Cook kills the therapist, but I liked Freddie. Why'd you have to kill him?
Okay
You
then.
you couldn't have killed JJ? I mean, JJ didn't deserve it, but like, you couldn't have killed him.
Wow.
And then honestly, third generation's a blur. I don't remember anything about that one. I did watch it, but I don't remember shit. Something about a girl named Frankie. I don't know. Could not tell you. I know they end up killing Grace, which she's like the school's like daughter, like the school's headmaster's daughter, and I liked her. She was sweet,
Oh.
but I don't remember anything else.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. Well, speaking of death and destruction, let's go into Alice in Borderlands.
Okay.
I feel bad because I'm like over here like just talking up a storm.
It is okay, because I have no clue what I'm going to say.
Okay, Alice in Borderlands is about a kid named Arisu. I don't remember his friends' names. I just remember Arisu because they kept fucking yelling his name, as you do. So I've been watching a lot of like foreign shows that are English dubbed, right?
Hmm.
Alice in Borderlands being one of them. They just released season 2 as like, I feel like they shouldn't do anything else with it. I feel like it closed the story out very nicely. Um, but anyway, so you got you got your boy Arisu. He's with his friends. They're in Shibuya.
Hmm.
Um, they're running from the cops because they end up fucking goofing off in traffic for some reason. Couldn't tell you. So they're running from the cops. Um, some fireworks happen, and then they're hiding in a stall, and like all the lights shut off, and they walk out, and it's like they're in this dystopian world, right? Like there's nobody
Hmm.
around.
Right.
Um, they end up having to go play a game, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" Right? Like they don't. Hi. My dog wanted it. Mike was just creeping. Anyway, so they end up going to this game, and they have to grab a phone, and they're like, what the hell is going on? And like these other people walk in, right, and they're like, oh good game, let's go. So they think they're just playing a normal fucking game.
Right.
No. So the game that they start playing is like, you have to guess the door, right?
Okay.
You gotta guess the correct door. If you don't guess the correct door within a certain time limit, you're dead. The room like goes up in flames, right?
Oh, lovely.
So Arisu, being big brained, is like thinking of the way the building's structured and like what doors could be what. You know what I mean? Like, he's
Right.
apparently like a fucking. He plays a lot of video games, so it makes him smart, I guess. Whatever. Anyway, they end up winning, the three friends,
Mm-hmm.
and they save a girl. So they play for a card, which I believe the first one they got was the three of spades. Um, so all the games have to do with these cards, like card suites,
Mm-hmm.
like hearts, jades, spades, clubs, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Each one has a specific way the game's played. Like hearts is emotional, spades is wits. I don't remember the other two, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But and then whatever card number they get ends up going to their visa, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when your visa runs out, you better go play a game to re-up, or else a laser from the sky kills you.
Oh.
So either way, they have to go play these games. They meet people. I can't remember his name, but everybody's obsessed with him right now. He reminds me of L from in Death Note.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, so their whole goal is to collect all the cards. Um, they collect all the cards, and it turns out, like, it is the most. I don't know. It's something fucking poetic, because when you're watching this, you're like, "What the fuck? Why are there these games? Is it aliens? Like, what the fuck is happening?"
Mm-hmm.
And then I forgot that in Japanese culture, the in between world between life and death is the borderlands.
Mm.
So they are literally fighting for their lives. So when they saw the fireworks happen in the real world, a meteor or something, I can't remember, something hit Shibuya.
Oh,
And these people are literally like on the ground dying, right?
how lovely.
So when Arisu ends up getting saved, well, okay, let me let me go back. When they collected all the cards, they got asked the question, do you want to return to your real world, or do you want a permanent residence here, right? Two people
Right.
decided, yes, we want permanent residence. Who the fuck would? And then the rest were like, fuck no, take me home. And then it wakes up with Arisu in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it was only 3 minutes. He was only dead for 3 minutes, but he was fighting for his life in this fucking borderlands.
Ah.
And then he ends up meeting, I can't remember her name right now. It doesn't matter. Main character girl. They end up meeting at a event, like a vending machine. And like they can tell they know each other, but they don't know from where. So they like
Mm-hmm.
have like they remember people from the borderlands,
Right.
but not like names or anything. And it's cute. They
Gotcha.
like they end up fucking walking out and like walking around the hospital. It's cute. So I liked it. I don't think it needs anything more. We don't need a fucking Joker card, okay? We don't need any of that. I'm happy with what it was.
Right.
Which I think you should. I think you would like it. Some of the games are actually like very, very, very clever,
Mm-hmm.
but some of them are like, what the fuck? What's the point? Like, there was one of hide and seek where you can't
Mm-hmm.
let the seeker get you. He has a fucking Uzi.
Oh,
He's gonna kill you. But like, and I don't know. I love it. It's a good show. I to keep going.
Just keep going.
Okay. And then we have Girl from Nowhere, which once again is a dub. I believe it's
Hmm.
from Taiwan. Don't
Hmm.
don't quote me on that.
I looked it up. Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Hmm.
It follows your girl Nano. First episode, once again, Mike random clicked it. And we started watching it. When you first start watching it, you're very confused because it doesn't like tell you anything. It starts off with a girl, Nano, who's new, and it's just like she just fucks people's lives up. So like there's this teacher that ends up raping a student,
Jesus.
and she's like, "You don't want this to get out, do you?" You know, like just being
Right.
a cute. I love and her laugh. I love Nano's laugh. It's like one of those anime villain laughs, like the
Oh, lovely.
It's so I love it so fucking much. So then he ends up getting arrested and like all that stuff, right? And then in the next episode, she goes to a different school. So she's like the Shinigami going from school to school, just causing chaos and destruction. And I say Shinigami because like you learn that she's not actually human. She is like a
Mm,
Shinigami. It's really
gotcha.
good. I love it so much. I love Nano. I want season 3. I need more Nano in my life. um I also really like psychological shows,
Hmm.
and it's definitely like one of those.
Gotcha.
um Speaking of psychological shows, we have Black Mirror. Have you seen
Hmm.
any of Black Mirror?
No,
None at all?
none.
Girl. Girl. Okay, so Black Mirror is one of those shows that each episode's different. You don't have to watch.
It's an anthology.
Yeah, you don't. I love Black Mirror. So there were some episodes that I cared like less for than others.
Hmm.
But dude, I don't know what is wrong with this person's mind who wrote this. Because goddamn you are a creative motherfucker. So in like the first season, there's like the first episode is about this you follow this woman in this world where ratings and social media is like everything, right? Like you rate the
Hmm.
person that you interact with, and it pretty much determines like your social status, how much money you have, like all this shit, right? So she was a perfect 5
Hmm.
until for some reason people started rating her less and less and less, and it makes her go fucking insane. She loses
Hmm.
like all of her shit. Like it's just I don't know.
Hmm.
It's just
It has the main characters shit, what's her name? Bryce Dallas Howard is the actress, I think.
for the first episode.
Redhead?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's also one that I really liked about a dating site. Like not a
Hmm.
dating site, but it's like a dating app where
Hmm.
it finds your perfect match,
Hmm.
and you end up having to live with this person for a set amount of days.
Oh, Jesus.
You can decide if you want to be with that person or not, and then it matches you again. But like these two people end up meeting and they weren't matched ever. Oh no, I'm sorry. They were matched, but like for only like 5 days or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the system wouldn't let them be together. So she ended up being with somebody for like 5 years or something, and he was stuck. They end up running away and breaking the system,
Oh,
but it turns out that wasn't reality at all.
jeez.
They were in that world. They were literally at a bar and they were like swiping on people, like Tinder style. It was crazy because it's like they were actually meant to be, and they ended
Mm-hmm.
up together. But like, it's weird. I love Black Mirror.
I know there's like one episode, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like the ending is considered like the biggest like not cliffhanger, like what did I just watch? Um, it's like a guy, like a teen who's on the run because they are like blackmailing him, and he swears like he's not guilty of what he's being blackmailed about. And it's actually that he was like looking at like child porn.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
So like the
yeah.
entire episode is supposed to have you thinking he's actually innocent, but he's
Yeah, he's not at
100%
all.
not.
I was trying to remember one. Yeah, they send him on like this wild goose chase of like trying to hunt
Yes.
down packages and shit.
Yes.
The movie Bandersnatch, where it's like interactive, you get to choose what direction you
Mm-hmm.
go. It's actually, it was long. I think I fell asleep during it, but from what I remember, it was actually really good. It was about the game dev and like, I don't know. I'm not really one for interactive
Right.
movies.
Oh, and the episode was Shut Up and Dance was the episode.
Yes. I love that one so much. um I think the one episode that made me like fall in love with Black Mirror was the one where the guy goes and tests out a new like I think it's a video game or something. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just trying to get some money and they have to insert like a microchip into you
Mm-hmm.
and you're on this table. And so it's kind of like VR but not VR, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're not allowed to bring cell phones or anything in the room because it's gonna fuck with the thing. And it's
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's a new like horror video game. That's right.
Oh, geez.
It's like a horror thing. So he ends up like he's in this mansion and like the spiders and like all this shit, and he ends up
Ugh.
dying. Nobody's ever died from it before, but he ends up dying because he brought his phone in.
Oh, geez.
And yeah, it ended up short circuiting it. And like the span of the 45 minutes that he's in this place in the real world only took like 3 seconds.
Oh, geez.
It, I think that episode was like the one that made me like it a lot.
Gotcha.
What other ones
Gotcha.
was there? I need to rewatch Black Mirror. Trying to. There's one with Miley Cyrus that's really good too.
Yes, the Ashley O
Yeah.
episode. Yeah.
I like that version of Miley.
Yeah.
Dude, I think that's crazy though. That did you've only seen like snippets of it, right? Like where she's stuck
Yeah.
as the robot.
Yeah.
It turns out like her mom was like poisoning her and shit.
Jeez, so it's the Sixth Sense. Okay, gotcha.
Pretty much, yeah. It's I love I want to go rewatch Black Mirror. I literally have two more shows to talk about, ma'am. So you better figure out what you're talking
And
about
we're gonna have to
soon.
have intermission because I have to go to the bathroom once you're done. And then I can try to talk about my shows.
Okay, Being Puppy Cat. It's just Being Puppy Cat. If you haven't watched it, it's on Netflix. Please watch it. I want more Being Puppy Cat. I want it. I need it. Thank
Hmm.
you. Okay, anyway, Agretzko. Agretzko is like my spirit animal. Because she's all calm and polite on the outside, but like on the inside, she's just fucking raging. I like how her therapeutic, like her way of dealing with stress is to go to a karaoke bar
Hmm.
and sing death metal. It's great.
Hmm.
There's something fucking about it. I
Uh-huh.
Season 5 just came out. I need to go binge watch it. But
Yeah.
I love Agretzko so fucking much. I don't think there's a character I don't like in Agretzko. So for those of you that don't know what it is, it's a like animated series where you're following this cute red fox. Not red fox. What is she? What are you?
She's she is a fox, I
Is
think.
she a panda? No, she's a fox.
She's a fox.
She's a fox. Cause
I'm gonna look this up.
her friend is the finnick fox,
Yeah, I love fennec
and
foxes.
I can't remember his name, but he's a hyena. Anyway, you follow animals. They're cute.
You follow animals.
A Gretzko, well, not her name's Retzko. Retzko works at like a
She's a red
fucking.
Panda.
Okay, that's why I was like, she's
We,
not a fox.
I don't. It was the ears.
Why are her ears so pointy in my fucking
I don't
poster of
know.
her?
I don't know.
Do red pandas have like the cute round?
Mm, no, they do not. We
They
are very wrong.
they
And
have the fox ears?
I'm sending you an image.
Oh my god, I feel so stupid right now.
Also I have seen a red panda in person at the freaking Detroit Zoo.
More reason for me to come to
That's Cody's
Cody.
favorite exhibit. It's
Wow,
Cody. They're so cute.
I am dumb.
They just look like freaking cats.
So she works at an office 9 to 5. Her
Ugh,
boss is a piece of
yuck.
shit. He's got the like fucking little suck up assistant who just gets under your skin. She's got like work friends.
Hmm.
Like I said, the way she it blows off steam and she goes to the karaoke bar and sings death metal. She tries to hide it from everybody. Uh, there's a point in the story where she decides I'm gonna be a magic girl, K-pop star. Well, I guess it would be J-pop star, and she joins a band. But it reminds me of Baby Metal because they're dressed up all cute and stuff, and then she comes out and just starts fucking
Just
raging.
right.
Um, she dates a unicorn
Beautiful.
who she decides is too good for her, which isn't true. Uh,
Mm,
and then
tragedy.
she starts getting interested in her male best friend, which I can't remember his name right now for some reason. And that's where
Hmm.
it left off. Like they started dating, like kind of like I guess not like really dating, but like hanging out. Haida.
Hmm.
His name is Haida. Jesus.
Haida.
So I'm assuming that's where season 5 starts. Is they're actually together? I can't wait. I gotta watch it. I love Gretzko. Y'all should watch it. It's me as an animal. It's just me. It's so
Hmm.
funny too, because like when I'm in the office and like Job for a Cowboy comes on or something, I just feel like Retzko. Cause like I'm just over here like casually having conversations with people on Teams while like fucking I have pigs squealing in my ear, you know.
Yeah, as you do. As you do.
Okay,
Mhm.
I am done. Those are all the shows I wanted to talk about. You may go to your bathroom break.
Okay, make sure that the break is full of fun things. Okay, I'm going now. Bye.
Okay. I mean, it's just been me talking this whole time, so I can do that. So, yeah. How do we feel about the new model? I like her a lot. I don't care if you do or not. She suits me better, I feel like. Man, I wish I could get blackout tattoos. They're expensive though, but they're so fucking cool looking. If I had the money, I would do it. But I don't feel like spending 3 grand on one arm, so that's a thing. Also, Bear obviously got a remodel master color recolored because I felt like he was out of place if he was pink. So I made him brown. He looks more like my bear Mooch right now. Mooch is cute. I love Mooch. He's got a big dumb head. If you can tell, we are matching because I couldn't match the last episode because of this dumb bitch. So we're matching today. We got the cute matching t-shirts. We got the matching shorts. You just can't see the shorts. I'm running out of things to say. I don't know if you've also noticed if you're actually watching the video. I redid a couple of Autumn's models textures where it's like the gems are reflective, which is cool. I'm learning a lot. This bitch, this dumb model right here, made me learn a lot. about immersion and ring light. Yes. Is she back? I God, please be back.
She's back.
Yay! I've just been rambling.
It's great. It's great. Let me make sure I'm all good. Okay. Okay. We're winging this, friends. Um, okay, so I have my list screenshot. Okay, so here we go. We'll go with Manifest first because I just finished it this week. Um, so Dumpling actually was the one who told me to watch it. Um,
Good job, Dumpling.
and like the first season really got me because I love a good mystery. I love a good mystery. Um, I also love like paranormal, supernatural, unexplained things. Um, and it kind of reminded me at first of like the Tommy Knockers. Um, Not the Tommy Knockers. Oh my God, the Langoliers. Jesus, the Langoliers. Which if you don't know, it's an older Stephen King short story. Um, Also a like TV movie. And it's about these passengers who basically like get stuck on a plane. It's a whole thing. And there's like these monsters that look like fuzzballs with
Nah.
teeth. Anyways, um, I'll have to send a picture for reference because it's hilarious. Um, anyways, um, so other like the first season's great. Um, it really builds up a good base, especially when it comes to like the main 828ers who decide to like work together. Um, and Ben is the main, I would say Ben and Michaela and Cal are the main characters. And it's a brother and sister and the brother's son. And the whole reason they were on this plane was they were coming home from the son's, like, basically his make a wish, if you really want to call it that. He was dying. Like, they basically could not do anything else for him. He had leukemia. Like, they basically said, make the most of what time you have left. And they went to Jamaica, like the whole family. Um, and when they were on the way home, they overbooked the plane they were all supposed to be on. So half of them, not half, but the family split up and went on this cheaper flight. And this cheaper flight just happens to go missing for 5.5 years. But no time at all passes for them. They think it's just a normal flight with like some turbulence, but that's it. But no, 5.5 years have passed. Um, and like the first season is very much dealing with like all these repercussions because they've also not aged. Like they all look the same as they got on the plane. And like the boy, his name's Cal, he has a twin sister,
Mm,
and now she's like a preteen teenager, and he still looks like a, I think, 7 or 8 year old.
that's so weird.
It's really weird. But like the first season basically deals with like the repercussions of like how do you incorporate back into the life that you technically haven't been a part of for 5.5 years.
Yeah.
And like Michaela and Ben find out that their mother died in this time. And that was like, ooh, that was crushing. And you find out that Michaela's was gonna be fiance. Like he proposed right before they got on the plane, basically, or like before they got on the plane. He proposed to her. His name's Jared. Um, he proposed and she was like, I don't know yet. Um,
So this man's just been waiting for 5 years.
oh no, he has not waited. Oh no. He dates her best friend and marries her best friend.
Betrayal.
And They end up Michaela. I'll go Mick. I love when like female characters have like male nicknames. Um Mick and Jared actually like hook up because they cannot like deny the fact that there's still something there, and that breaks her best friend's heart, and like the marriage dissolves, and like they
Jesus.
don't. And there's like a backstory because like Michaela accident well, I guess it's not an accident. She killed her best friend because her best friend got drunk and she was also drunk, but she was less drunk than her best friend, and they got into an accident and her best friend died. So she's dealing with this guilt of like I'm a terrible person, like
Yeah.
I knew I shouldn't have been driving. I killed my best friend. I've been missing for 5.5 years somehow.
What the
Like,
fuck is going on with my life?
right. And like it's like the first season's really great. And then it gets really weird. And like it's easy to kind of ignore at first, but then it just keeps getting more and more biblical. And I have nothing against biblical overtones. I really don't. Like, I have nothing against it.
Hmm.
If anything, I enjoy learning about all these, like, the stories within the Bible, and like I enjoy it. But it just got a little too wacky. Like, we're talking about Noah's Ark is involved here.
Oh, what the fuck?
Cal is the Holy Grail. Like, mm, it got a little too weird. And I will say, they don't do deaths well, at least in my opinion.
Okay.
Like the main Cal's mom, so Ben's wife, her name's Grace. Was Grace, whatever, she's dead now. Um,
It doesn't matter. She's a dead bitch.
um, the whole way she dies is off screen. And like there's just like no emotional intensity to it. And like it's supposed to be a really big deal because like this girl that she brought into her home like thinks that her baby daughter is like her guardian angel. She's obsessed with this baby and is there to kidnap the baby. And
What?
like yes. So she's like kidnapping this child. She stabs Grace and like traps Olive in the basement with like the classic chair under the doorknob
Oh,
thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So she can't get out. But like it's literally like, okay, she's kidnapped the baby, Grace is dead, and then Cal has aged the 5.5 years suddenly. Because he's been disappeared. It's a whole thing. It's so in there's so much.
That sounds
Anyways,
so confusing.
it's very confusing. And like the last episode, oh my God. There's still like another half a season. They split up the like last season into twos. So there's still another half a season to go.
Jesus, okay.
And like the end is literally like it's the apocalypse. Like there is like lava in the streets. Like
As you do.
and like Cal was gonna die because he was basically in hospice because his leukemia came back. But Mick's like new husband, which is a whole different plotline that I didn't get into, he can basically take people's pain. So he saves Cal's life, but at the cost of his own. So he dies in Mick's arms as Cal is like revived into Ben's arms. And it's like, what the frick is
What?
it's a yeah, it's a lot. So like it's good. I really genuinely do like it, but there is a lot of parts where you're just like, this is just a little too zany, you know? Like
Yeah.
you've pushed like the suspension of disbelief too far, and you're just like you're making it all up as you go now. Yeah. So
That's
that's Manifest.
crazy.
That's Manifest.
I'm gonna have to watch
Um,
it.
yeah, you really should. The first season alone, even if you never go past the first season's great. Okay. I'm literally going down the list that I sent last yesterday. One day at a time. Okay, so it's really funny because I normally don't just pick shows like Mike does. Like I don't just like go on and I'm like, oh, this looks okay. And one day at a time is the exception. Um, at the time, this is like I think 2015, 2016, that a first season came out. It's so stupid. I was waiting for mom to get her nails finished. She was getting her nails done.
Mhm.
And I went with her and I didn't want to be bored. So I was watching it like on my phone and I blew through the first season in like that night.
Dude, sometimes the show does that. You can do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like all the seasons I've watched, and I haven't had a chance to watch the fourth because they put it on it was like on actual like cable TV. They had
Yeah.
saved it from Netflix canceling it. Didn't get to watch it, but I heard it kind of fell a little flat.
So it's like
Um,
good that you didn't get to watch
right.
it.
Like the first season is so good. The last episode makes me sahab. I cannot get, and this is before dad passed. Um, I was sobbing. Now that dad's passed, it's even worse. Um, because it doesn't even correlate, but like it's her quinceanera. It's her quinces, I think is how they pronounce it. Anyways, because they're Cuban, they're not like, Mexican, they're Cuban, which is different. Um, and she's just came out, Elena, the daughter, came out as gay.
Mhm.
And the father is having none of it. Like he's like, no, you're not. Like, why are you playing these games? Like, this isn't funny. And like she's like heartbroken, obviously, because her entire rest of her family has just been like, okay. Like, yes, they had acceptance, like their own rate, but they never were like, that's disgusting. Like, what's wrong with
Disowned.
you? Right. Um, so like she's like very upset and he stands her up. He said he was going to be there to be the father-daughter dance and he stands her up.
What a dick.
So she's standing there on the dance floor looking around for him and like he's not there. He's left. He was there at the beginning, but he left when she came out in a pantsuit instead of a dress, which she looked fantastic, may I add. Um, and he's just like so disgusted, like this non-traditional blah blah blah. And so her mom comes up and says, I've got you. And I was like, tears, sobbing, just cannot hold the tears. And then, like, her grandma comes up and starts dancing. And then, like, her little brother. And then, like, the landlord, who's like their friend, comes up. And then the doctor, who's like, got a kind of thing for the grand. And they're all like group dancing together. And it's so cute.
It sounds very
And
wholesome.
it's so wholesome. It hurts so much. Oh my God. Um, but like, no, it deals with like issues of like, identity and sexuality and sobriety because in the third season, Schneider um falls off the wagon and it's actually really painful because like they have to like do tough love with him and he's like not the person you've like grown to like really love through the first two seasons
Right.
and it's really really painful to watch but they do it so well because it's like I'd say pretty realistic from what I've heard of like people who fall off the wagon and need to be kind of tough loved back um but yeah, it's my going to bed show. I literally put the first episode of the first season on and I will fall right asleep. Like it is my comfort, like
See,
going to bed show.
I can't sleep with anything on.
I can't sleep with anything not on. If it's completely quiet and dark, I can't sleep. Can't relate. I have to have noise and I have to have light or I will cry.
Yeah, I'm like complete opposite. Like I hate it because Mike likes to stay up late and watch shit, and it's like I'm trying to sleep and I can't.
But yeah, so the characters are really good. I like and it's been a while. Like I hate that I picked shows that I haven't watched in a while, but I really went through like a slow slump with TV. Um, but like the season, wow, okay. That was a lisp out of nowhere. The third season is very much like Penelope, which is the mom, the main character, realizing that maybe like she's not going to have one great love like her parents, because the whole like undertone is that like her first marriage failed, the marriage she thought was going to be forever. She's never going to have that picture perfect life like her parents. And she kind of realizes that maybe she'll have many great loves and it doesn't have to be like one and done.
Yeah.
And like I don't know how season 4 continued on that plot line, if at all, but like the third season very much leaves on a note of like she's not just going to be unhappy because her relationships since her ex haven't gone well. Like they go well and then things just don't follow through well. So it's, I don't know, it's good. It's a very feel good, it's funny. Um there's a lot of funny um and heartfelt, which I do love a good heartfelt. Which brings me to maybe not as heartfelt but still very good is Good Girls.
Oh my
Which I think I'm
god.
on the end of the third season or the beginning of the fourth season. So I actually watched a lot of these you're gonna find I watched when my life was falling apart because I had a lot of free time. Um, I watched this in 2019, right after our house happened. Um, and the first season is really good. I would argue that probably the second season I think is stronger. Um, I am trash and I love Beth and Rio, even though he is toxic as they come. I don't like her husband, whose name I forget. Beth's husband is annoying. I hate him most of the time. Um, there's a scene, and I'm just gonna, this is what I love. There's two scenes that have stood out. Three. I'm gonna say one for each of the mothers, okay?
Mhm.
So each of them have their own reasons for robbing this grocery store, which is what sets off this whole show. Um, Annie wants money because she's fighting for custody of her kid with her ex. Ruby, her daughter needs a kidney, and like the medicine alone without the kidney transplant is just so expensive. She's not thriving, she's actually getting worse. So she needs a kidney, she needs kidney medication. And then Beth, her husband has been cheating on her for who knows how long and has basically screwed away all their money on these like bets and deals and shit that haven't followed through because he runs like a used car lot. So they're like gonna lose everything. Their house, they have 4 kids. They're gonna lose everything. So they decide we're gonna rob this grocery store that Annie works at. So they all have, I would say, pretty solid reasons.
Yeah.
Um, so there's like, and these are all throughout the seasons. So for Annie, and this one just happened. She, this is season 3 or 4, whatever I'm on. She's seeing this therapist because she wants to fix her life because she's a little bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Annie is the most messy out of them. Um, she's also the youngest, which I guess par the course. And she really likes her therapist. Like she wants to be with him. And he's like trying to stay professional. Like he has a girlfriend or wife. I don't remember what it is. He's trying to keep it professional. And she goes on this like whole monologue of like what she looks for in a relationship. And she basically is like unashamed that like she doesn't really care about like similarities. She cares about spark.
Mhm.
Like for her, the most important thing in a relationship is spark. Like she's not ashamed that sure, spark doesn't mean much. Spark will die off. but that's what she needs. Like she doesn't need stability, she doesn't need singularity. She needs that spark or there's nothing to her. And she's like unabashedly like proud of that. And that says everything about her character is that she is who she is and she really refuses to apologize about it, which gets her in a lot of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And then Beth, oh God, Beth. I freaking hate how much I relate to Beth because that is a red flag and a half. But she chose the safe route. You know, she got married to her high school sweetheart. They had 4 kids. She's the stay-at-home mom. She's the PTA mom. She, makes the cute bento boxes for the kids every day and she does charity work and, X, Y, and Z, the cookie cutter perfect wife. Um, and there's this scene in the second season, so she's already got this like flirtation ship with Rio and he's not mafia maybe, but like he's a bad guy. He's a gangster. He's bad. He's bad news. Um, but they have this thing and she's at dinner with her husband because they're trying. They're trying to make this relationship work again. And she's helping at the car lot and she's good at this. Like she's better at selling cars than he is. And he's wounded and you can tell that he doesn't like that she's better at his thing
Than
than,
he is.
yeah. And he's like, like we all have our thing. Like I could never do like the bento boxes for the kids. Like I would never think to, cut a cucumber in the shape of a heart to make a nose and like basically putting her in her place. Like, and I was like, ooh, no, I know what's gonna happen because Rio's at the bar
Yep.
and they hook up in the bathroom.
Yep.
And I'm not ashamed to say I was waiting for that
Oh, it
scene.
was
I
a
was
hot
waiting.
scene.
It was something. And I was like,
Sorry, I've also watched Good Girls.
yes, that scene was a build-up for a season and a half. And I personally blame her husband more than anything for that happening that night. If he would have been supportive of her, I don't think she would have taken the bait. I really don't. But the minute he tried to put her back in her place, she was
She's
like,
like,
no.
nah, fuck this, fuck you.
Because Rio is always basically dangling, like, you can have all of this. Like, like, handing over the keys to the kingdom, like, until she messes up and doesn't have his trust anymore. But, anyways, at this point, he's constantly dangling the carrot of, like, you can have all of this. And, like, how do you as a person who's done nothing but the safe thing not think to yourself maybe this is it. It's great. That scene alone was like this is her character. This is her character. Okay, and then Ruby, this is another late season scene. um she basically finally reveals to her daughter how she got her kidney, which is she robbed a grocery store for that kidney. And basically, like, maybe morally, she's not a good person anymore. Maybe, like, in the eyes of God, like, she's not a good person anymore. But she wouldn't do a single thing different because she did what she had to do to save her daughter.
Hmm.
And, like, that is Ruby's thing. Like, her family and, like, her and her husband have the cutest goddamn relationship.
They are
Like
fucking
they are
adorable.
so cute. Like, and a lot of the cute scenes are unfortunately ruined by tension and shit, but like there was one scene where they're doing karaoke in the house. And it's so damn cute. And I was like, I just like this is the relationship to strive for. They are so cute. Um, but yeah, like they all have reasons. And it's a good show. It gets a little nutso, but that's basically going to be a theme because they start off so good and then they just get so weird. And yeah, I still like Rio even currently. Like it's bad, but I can't help it. And the fact that the actor in himself is actually like a really big sweetheart does not help. Okay, we got Supernatural, y'all. I think everybody knows about Supernatural. It is not like it's an underground hit. The shit is mainstream and has been mainstream for a very long time. Um, I don't even have much to say other than like I love it. Um, I have like a lot of like actually pretty good memories attached to it. Um, my dad actually did watch a couple episodes with me and my brother of it because it had classic rock in it. Yes, that was fun. My dad did not like spooky shit. Like did not like spooky shit. Um, so getting him to watch Supernatural was like that was the prime time. Um, oh, Joe. Joe and Ellen still hurt so much. Season 5? Yes. Joe and Ellen, I'm just still torn up about that. If you know, you know. It hurts. Um, but yeah, I've never got past like season 8, so like I don't know anything about the older seasons, so or newer seasons. Don't ask me. Fake fan here. I literally rewatch like 3 through 6 like religiously. Um, yeah, there's really not much to that one. It's good to put on in the background. It's just really good. We also used to call each other Sam and Dean. So there's that. Um, okay. United States of Terra. Um, that was you. I'm almost 100% yes. Um,
Dude, after I watched the first episode, I was like, you have to watch this.
yes, and I did. Um, on shitty uh what is that called? Ethernet cord internet. Yep.
Yeah. Maxi
Um,
pad.
ugh. Um, okay, so by modern day standards, this is a Showtime show, so that should tell you enough right there. It is probably would be canceled in like three
Oh,
seconds.
absolutely.
It's not PC really at all. There's moments. There's moments of like, okay, like that's still like, yeah, we don't do this. But most of it is not PC at all. Um, I think most people in the mental health community would have a problem with how DID is played
Portrayed.
out.
Yeah.
Um, and as somebody who had like a fixation on like DID for a while because I thought it was so fascinating,
Oh, I still
um,
find it fascinating.
I really do. And um, I understand that there's like a lot of stigma and shit around it, and I respect like not glamorizing or, you know, fabricating it or whatever. The show is really good when it comes to like honestly the story and how it unfolds. It's not just about a woman with DID. It's about the repercussions of frankly mental health within a family.
Yep.
Um and if you took the DID away from it, if you took her like alters and like the hijinks that they add to the it would really just be how a family deals with somebody with mental illness that affects every aspect of their life.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody with massive amounts of trauma and like Kate and Marshall's like siblinghood. I don't know what that word, like how they are as siblings is like one of my favorite relationships.
I miss season one, Kate.
Yeah. See, I mean, like mini mom Kate, like baseball mom Kate, like trying to settle down is fine. But season one is really the Kate, the Kate.
I miss season one, Kate.
Yeah. Season one Kate. Um, and I don't know, there's like, okay, there's, and me and my brother play this scene a lot to each other whenever we're like, excuse me, particularly over life, um, which is often. There's a scene at the towards the end of this series. They're all having dinner. I think it's supposed to be Thanksgiving. I'm not positive. There's
Yeah.
a turkey or a chicken. It's a roast something, a bird of some sort. And the husband Max, um, which I forget the actor, Corbett, Corbett. I love him. First of all, like I've watched many of his like movies and stuff. I love him. He just has a like wholesome vibe to him. Anyways, like he is like pretend like they're all pretending like everything's okay. Like she's about to go into inpatient. Like like things have gone bad. And he just kind of snaps and he like starts throwing the turkey and punching the turkey and like bitching out the world. And then you realize it's all in his head. And he's actually just sitting there, kind of just nodding. His whole outburst is in his head. And me and my brother share that to each other all the time because that's literally how we are 90% of the time. We seem like we're okay, but inside, man.
Who's your favorite alter?
Ooh, I want to say Shoshana. I really want to say Shoshana.
Buck's mine.
That's Cody's favorite.
I love Buck.
Cody loves Buck. Yeah, I want to say it's Shoshana. Who's your least favorite? I was gonna say don't bring the child alters in it. It's not their fault.
Alice.
T. I hate
I
T.
love T. I
I
want to.
know you do.
I want to say Alice because
She's a judgy little 50s housewife.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
she wants to have a kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. With her astronaut husband.
Alice is
Anyways,
weird. I love
yeah.
T.
T is just a lot.
T is a lot. She
Yes.
is a lot, and she's always trying to
T
fuck Max, and it's like.
T's the reason why I only watch that show when it's either me and Cody or just I'm home alone. Because my mom, oof, my poor mother
can
does
we
not need to.
can we talk about Grimmy really quick?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
So
You.
Grimmy is one of her alters that only comes out when like she's in high stress. It's like not even a person. It's like a fucking
it's
rabid animal.
it's the primal part of us.
It pisses
Yeah,
on people.
it's great.
It wears a fucking raincoat and pisses on people.
Hmm.
Whose dad?
Yep.
Was it Tara's dad or was it Max's dad?
I want to say it was Tara's.
She pees on Tara's dad.
It's great.
And then the mom's like, "You wet the bed again."
Yeah.
Yeah, I get why you don't like T though. T is a lot.
Yeah.
So to put this in perspective, T is a teenage version of Tara. She's
Uh-huh.
like she's 16, right? Supposedly.
16, yeah.
So like she's like super hormonal, like stealing credit cards, just getting into fucking trouble doing drugs.
Hmm.
And it seems that she only gets sent to the shed if it is T. Like they don't really care about any
Hmm.
other ones.
No,
It's just
they really
T.
don't. Just tea.
Like
And I think it's 90% of the time is because she's after Max so bad.
Yeah, Max and Tara have this agreement that they're not allowed to, like, he's not allowed to fuck any of the alters, which is understandable, right? Like, there
Yeah.
are people with
It's a
DID that,
boundary.
yeah, that have that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a there's good lessons in that show. There really is. It's just by today's standards, I would say extremely outdated.
Yes. Would not fly today.
No, but like if you're okay with older media that might be problematic but still has like some really amazing acting, like truly. Toni Collette, come on, like Toni Collette. That should say enough. But yes.
Who's Kate played by? I can't remember. She
That is
was.
Brie Larson.
Thank you. Yes, Brie Larson. I love Brie Larson.
Also Marshall is, oh God, why I can't remember his name. Ah, shit.
Can I bring him up really quick?
Yeah.
Why he's in anthropology. Oh, what is that fucking show called? Either way, he always seems to like play the weird kid, if that makes
hmm
sense.
No, he does. That's his thing.
Like in
Yeah.
the show I'm talking about, he's autistic.
hmm
I can't remember the name. Either way.
Is it atypical?
Yes. What the fuck am I saying? Yes,
He
atypical.
also, yeah, he also plays Jay's love interest, and best friend in It Follows.
It's so weird. I
Yeah.
guess maybe he just has that like aura about him.
He really does. He just kind yeah, he just has that like kind of nervous like
Well, there's nothing
nerd.
wrong with him in US Tara. He's just an awkward, nerdy gay
Yeah, he's just
kid.
a little gay boy.
That's it. But like,
What was his boyfriend's name?
oh shit, I can't
I
remember.
want to say why does Leonard?
Why?
Please
Yeah,
don't
why
be.
does that sound right?
I'm gonna look it up real
Yeah,
fast.
I.
Excuse me, folks.
You're not talking about the Hell Kid, right? In the first season,
No,
no.
I love her though. Crazy bitch. The fake girlfriend.
Yeah,
Love her. Love her. It also has Patton Oswalt, who plays Neil.
fucking Neil and Tara's sister.
Charmaine.
Dude, Charmaine, can we? Oh my god, Charmaine's boobs.
Charmaine's boo.
How? How'd they get so lopsided?
You know, the world may never know.
Maybe you
I
should
have to,
have breast surgery.
maybe not. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to find this man. This child. I don't know what the frick he is. Okay. Well, they're all teenagers, at least the kids. Is it season two that he's introduced or season one?
I believe season two.
Lionel.
You weren't far off.
Lionel. Yes. He's
Lionel.
killed by an off-screen automobile accident. Yep. I remember this now. Yes.
Lionel reminds me of Linus.
Okay. Yes. So, yes, that show, it's good if you can get past it's a little more than a little outdated. Okay. CSI Las Vegas
hmm
or just CSI, the OG. Um, one, I wanted to be a CSI, medical examiner, coroner, or mortuary assistant.
You know,
Something in like that field.
what I find so funny is because I also wanted to be a mortician.
Yes,
We're very morbid people, I guess.
we really are. Um, from like middle school until early high school when I had experience with blood and realized that, well, maybe I can't do this. Besides the point. So I was obsessed with like CSI, anything to do with like crime scenes. Um, and also one of my hardcore first like actual ships that I shipped was Sarah and Grissom. Um, love them. Um, the whole like found family thing that happens in like crime shows, like, the crime lab is all super close and like that is my bread and butter. Warwick's death destroyed me. I remember watching that prime time TV, sat down to watch that shit, and I cried. I was traumatized, flat out traumatized. Um, what else? There's not really much to say other than I love crime scene stuff.
We love some
Um,
true crime.
I love true crime. I hate to say that because I know like it's not great to like people's deaths and shit, but like I'm fascinated
I'm
by true
also
crime.
very, very fascinated.
Also like honorable mention NCIS kind of gets lumped into this a tiny bit. Um
I couldn't get into NCIS
uh
because
um
terrorism. Just anytime it's just terrorism.
yeah. Well,
I do like
once
Abby
again,
though.
yeah, and I can't watch it now. Because it was like my dad's favorite show.
Yeah.
So I can't really watch it now. I haven't been able to since like yeah, that day. Um and yeah, but like I just like crime scenes. I like knowing how like they work. I like all that stuff. So like yeah, it's all just like it's like medical shows but like crime involved. It's great.
See, my dad's favorite show is Burn Notice.
Nice.
I've tried to watch Burn Notice. Like, nope.
Dad also really liked House.
See, I've been trying to get my dad to watch House, but it's either freaking Burn Notice or he watches Psych.
House is really hard because if you don't like unlikable characters, you are going to struggle. Because House is almost fully unlikable 99% of the time.
Yeah. He's a judgmental
90% of the time
kid.
I wanted to smack him.
What's
But
that?
it's a good show.
Bones as well.
Okay, yeah, I've not watched that one.
I've tried. I don't.
My Aunt Rita was really into it. What else? Crime-ish.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other like crime shows.
Shit. I can't think of anything.
I guess Lucifer technically.
Technically, Lucifer is, yes. I've got not that far into that, but that's because I get intimidated by that many episodes.
Um, if you have a thing for a British guy, it's all you. I feel like that's the main reason why anybody watches that show is for him, and
Yeah.
I'm
And
not.
seeing as I struggled to get through Doctor Who, and
Oh my god, I forgot about Doctor Who. How could I forget about
I
Doctor
don't even have
Who?
anything against it. I watched like
You gotta,
freaking four or
honey,
five seasons.
you gotta find your doctor.
Yeah. I
Look,
feel I had who my doctor was. I don't remember now.
look. I haven't watched like the older ones. I started with 9.
Hmm.
I liked 9. I didn't like Rose. I liked 10 because it's fucking David Tennant, and then I ended up liking Rose, and then Rose like says deuces. Well, okay, well, the doctor says deuces to Rose because she was getting too emotionally attached, and like they had like
Hmm.
this love thing going on. He gives he gives her a clone of himself. It's sweet.
Hmm. Yeah,
Uh,
that was it.
and I also very much loved Donna. Donna, I feel like she needed
Yes.
more than one season.
Hmm.
I love her so much. I love her actress. I can't remember her name right now, but
Catherine Tate.
yes, Catherine Tate. Oh, she made a show on Netflix about a jail, and she plays like almost every single character, and it is
Oh my
hilarious. I
gosh.
love it. Anyway, and then you got Martha, and I didn't really care for Martha.
Yeah, Cody doesn't like Martha at all. I didn't find her that bad.
My
I've
doctor
really
though.
watched a lot.
My doctor was the 11th doctor. I liked how he wasn't so serious. He just wanted to joke around and have fun.
Uh-huh.
And bow ties are cool. And fucking fezzes and shit. Like, I also really liked Amelia. Like, I love
Mm-hmm.
Karen. She. I love her so much. And
Mm-hmm.
Rory and then you had Clara.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't watch the 13th Doctor. I watched a couple episodes, but dating back to Skins, I just see Peter as Sid's angry dad.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I can't take Peter seriously in Doctor Who. And then I didn't watch the first female Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
I started to. I watched like 2 episodes, but I feel like her companions annoy me. So I couldn't do it. So like with Doctor Who, you have to find the doctor that like
Mm-hmm.
you like.
Right. I don't remember who mine was. I want to say it was the ninth, though. I really do.
Fuck, what is this? Christopher something?
Christopher, I cannot pronounce his last name.
Where's the leather jacket?
Yes.
Yeah. I liked him. I'm upset he only got 1 season.
Mm-hmm.
David Tennant got 3 because of Chris only getting 1.
Yeah.
Okay, also, so obviously Doctor Who, right?
Mm-hmm.
Each generation is a different doctor. Can you explain to me why and how the 14th Doctor is going to be David Tennant again? How are they going to do that? How are they going to fucking explain that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm very upset because what's his name? Fuck. Have you ever seen the IT Crowd?
No.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I gotta look his name up really quick. IT Crowd Moss. Oh, not aesthetic. I don't care about his aesthetic. Why is autism a Google thing when it comes to him? Oh, Richard. A. I can't pronounce his last name. Jesus Christ. Anyway, he was supposed to be the 14th Doctor, and I was
Mm-hmm.
very, 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 very excited for it because I love this man. He
Mm-hmm.
is so funny. He plays Moss in the IT Crowd. He's also a character in Disenchanted, and I can't remember his name right now either.
Okay.
But he's funny. I love him. He's like awkward, nerdy guy, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we need that in a doctor. But no, it's gonna be David Tennant again, and I'm just so confused.
Right.
I love David Tennant. Don't get me
Right.
wrong.
Right. But
How?
oh, what's the one guy? Ah, damn it, I forgot his name. He's not necessarily a companion. Shit. Jack.
Oh, Captain Jack.
Yeah, Captain Jack.
Oh, we love some Captain Jack.
I love Captain Jack.
Captain Jack, I mean, I would say he was like River. Like
Yeah,
he came, he was a reoccurring character.
reoccurring, yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
I
Captain
like
Jack.
him.
Oh man, I'm sad he died.
Yeah.
Why you gotta do? I cried actually. I was a really, 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 really big Whovian.
Yeah, you were.
Emphasis on was because I haven't watched it lately. Like I said,
Right,
I couldn't watch Peter, and I don't know, something about Jodie. Like I said, their fucking companions pissed me off. So,
right.
but anyway, sorry to get on a
No, you're
tangent.
fine. You're fine. Okay. So, Dead Like Me, um, I actually started it because of Megan Tonjes on like YouTube.
Mhm.
I was a huge Megan Tonjes like watcher. And I also listened to her podcast with her like now ex-roommate, Keith Batista. Like they had a podcast called Adventures in Roommating, and they were always talking about like two shows, and that was like Buffy
Mhm.
and Dead Like Me. And I was like, okay, screw it. Like I got too much free time. Let me search this, and it was on like I think Hulu, and I started watching it, and oh my God, it was so good.
I love Dead Like Me so much.
Like there is like Daisy's like backstory really is unsuspectingly a hard hitter.
Oh, I know. I wasn't expecting it.
Um, that one hurt. Um, I don't know, like it's just like once again, I really like human stories. Like even if weird stuff happens, I really like stories of people like persevering through things. And really essentially that's what it's about is like, yes, she is dead. She is a Grim Reaper. Um, but she's kind of given the second lease on life, which I mean, literally she is. She has like a person she inhabits, but like anyways, like she was kind of limited in the life she had. And at 18 years old, but yeah,
I like how she communicates with her mom in the meanest ways ever, like using
yes,
her least
yes,
favorite word,
yes,
moist.
moist. Ugh,
You also
yes.
hate that word?
I hate that word.
I don't
Yes.
mind it.
Ugh.
I love
Um,
I love George.
yeah, George is great. Rube is like, I love Rube. Um, but I do love a like father figure kind of like character. It's daddy issues. Anyway, it really truly is. Um, but no, like it's once again just like odd circumstances that tell a story about like people's lives and like how one event can kind of like snowball into like this much bigger thing and like the grief within like George's family and how it manifests is really interesting.
Hmm.
Um and yeah, I don't know. Like it's just really good. I hate how it ended.
Oh, me too.
I didn't even watch the movie, but like
I didn't
I
care. I
heard
was
it didn't
so
do anything.
pissed.
So I hated how it ended. I feel like they could have really dug a little deeper into some things. Um, but overall, it's like a really good show, especially if you're dealing with like grief in any sort, like whether it's like life changes or like death. Because I watched it literally like 5 months after dad died, and like there's some healing shit in there. There's some there's some healing. But yeah. And I would say that like George and Rube are definitely tied as my favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I forget her sister's name.
Oh,
I
me
forgot her,
too.
but she's great. Like, she's great.
What is her sister? Whatever.
Yeah. Her dad, not so great.
She like
Oof.
instantly knew.
Mm-hmm.
It's sweet that she instantly knew that was George.
Yeah. Because George's whole thing is like, and maybe I misinterpreted it a little, but like almost like invisible, but not. Like people were overly aware of who she was, but not who she really was.
Yeah.
Like her mother had these expectations of her. Like she didn't feel seen by like her father all that much, even though they had like these routines in place. And like her sister, she kind of was mean to, but like,
Who isn't
it,
mean to their sibling?
yeah,
Especially like younger sibling, you know?
yeah. But yeah, so like, I don't know. It's really good. It's another good one. I don't think it aged all that poorly, honestly.
No.
There's not like a ton of like quote unquote controversial topics in it anyways. Um, but yeah, it's pretty good. I would recommend it, but not if you don't like not good endings because it did not.
No.
It was too open-ended. Like it ended on this like kind of spooky note and then just did nothing. Okay. And like we're gonna try to close this out. We have Sense8.
Hmm.
Did you watch Sense8?
I did.
Okay, so did Cody Odie. Um, a dumpling. Um, okay, so Sense8 is like one of those shows. It's kind of insane. It's like too grand to like make much sense if you aren't dedicated to watching it.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a show you can put on the background and like listen to. No, you have to pay attention. There's too many characters. There's too many plot lines, but each plot line is worth watching. And they all come together at like really good points. And
Fuck, what's the.
hmm.
She's Swedish?
Oh, Riley.
I loved Riley.
Riley's great.
I couldn't remember her
Riley's
name for a
great. I
second.
love Nomi.
Yeah, Nomi is.
She's great. Like she's just got this brain on her, man. Like this brain. Um Will is like surprisingly not that bad.
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang. He's German. Like I have a soft spot
Wolfgang
for
and
German
fucking
characters.
Riley, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I love him.
Mm-hmm. Um, I don't remember how to say his name. Damn it. Capheus? Capheus.
I
Capheus.
think it's Capheus.
Capheus. He's just a sweet boy. I love him. He's just a sweet, sweet boy. Um, who else are we missing? There's literally eight of them. Oh, Sun.
Oh, that's okay.
Badass.
Yeah, that's her name. I was like,
Sun is
dude,
the
can we talk about real quick how lucky that man's was
oh,
that she was able to take over his body because she's like a kung fu fucking master.
uh-huh. Yeah.
It saves his fucking life.
Oh
Like,
yeah. They all save each other's lives in one way or another.
it's crazy.
And let's not forget Leto,
Oh my
our
god,
dramatic king. I love
Leto.
him. Do you remember
Yeah,
Leto?
I do.
I love him. Kala. I'm now remembering names. I love her.
What one's Kala?
Kala's the she's from India.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
She's the
Why
scientist.
did I forget about her?
I mean, she honestly, much like all science characters, kind of gets the least
That's fair.
recognition.
That's
It's
fair.
kind of like Rebecca Chambers effect. Like if they aren't like completely badass, they kind of
We don't care about them.
and I'm just like, I love you. It's the same with Sanvi from Manifest. She is a medical researcher. She comes up with the treatment that originally cured Cal's leukemia when they came back from the plane. Like she was the one who came up with the research that gave the treatment plan that saved his life
Yeah.
once they and like she does all this work, all this background work, but she really like none of the action, like none of these like epic fight scenes or like shootouts or X, Y, and Z. She's very like in her research. And like without her, they wouldn't do shit.
Right.
Like between her and Olive, which is the twin sister, she's like a brainiac. Like she does all this research, all this mythology. Without those two little brainiacs, that ship would have sunk way sooner. They would have all died way sooner. So like I love the brainiacs. I have a soft spot for the brainiacs. Um, but no, Mr. Whispers, creepy as shit. I don't like the idea of making eye contact with someone and then they can be in my head. That scares me.
Oh my god, I forgot about him.
Mr. Whispers.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Dude, no, thank you.
Terrifying. Terrifying.
I suggest
Um,
people watch Sense8 too. It's really good.
yes, watch it. Um, I cannot pronounce the sisters. What's the uh Wachowski? Lily and Lana. Wachowski. I cannot pronounce their last name. I apologize. I don't remember what else they're known for. The Matrix? Yes, they're known for the Matrix series. So you got the epic. You got the epics there. They're great. Um, but no, like it's once again kind of like the found family, like kind of thing brought together by like unusual circumstances. There's lots of topics that are like worth discussing. There's like trans and like racism and um like you know like corruption within businessmen and like it's got a lot. Um but yeah, it's really good. And season 2 is really really good once you get into it. Um yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite like couple
I just
at
really like
all.
Riley.
Riley's great. Um, yeah, Riley's really great.
So I guess by association, Wolf King. I don't know.
That yeah. Um, but yeah, no, I really think it's a decent show to watch, honestly. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think really fast while I'm stalling. La 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 la. Um, no, because okay, the scene that freaked me out is at the end of season 1, they're trying to I think they're trying to escape or break into this. I don't remember. But they're trying not to get seen by Mr. Whispers. And guess who the frick makes eye contact through a window in the elevator with Mr. Whispers? Will.
Yep.
And guess who has to be sedated, aka drugged heavily with illegal substances for the majority of season 2? Will.
Will.
Oh, bless that Midwestern boy. Because he really is just like, he's supposed to be like, the good Midwest cop. He just wants to do good. Like, he actually wants to, like protect and serve. Like, he's not in it for the power, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. How the mighty fall, my dear. How the mighty fall. But no, it's so good. It's really good. Um, so yeah, I think that's really it. Um, yeah, that's it. I figured out something to talk about. Um,
Only half the episode was me just blabbing.
but yeah, like there's other shows obviously, like but I will be honest, I've been watching more anime in the last few years, so more shows are anime than real like live action. And I figured we should definitely keep anime separate, movies separate,
Yeah.
TV separate.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
until I get on watching more shows instead of the same shows on repeat.
I have no say in that because I'm still watching Gilmore Girls again. I'm on season 4.
I'm
Let's
tr
go.
an update.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm trying Gilmore Girls.
How what you thinking so far?
I'm on episode 3.
That says a lot.
To be fair, it's been a very busy week, and I started it on Sunday last week, and I've been busy every day since
Who
then.
who's your favorite character so far?
I like Lorelai.
You actually like Lorelai because I remember you saying you didn't like her the
I
pilot.
like Lorelai. I
I love
don't like
Lorelai.
Rory.
Well, you're not. If you don't like Rory now, you're not gonna like her, and that's
That,
fine.
yeah.
I love
I
Lorelai.
don't like whoever that freaking dickhead in her class who keeps calling her Mary.
Oh,
He,
fucking Tristan.
I want to punch him.
Yeah, then you know.
And I know that Paris like ends up being like besties kind of
Yeah,
with Rory. I don't like her. I can tell she's got some baggage of some sort, but I don't like her.
I love. Paris is a lot to take. But Paris gets better in time.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I like Lorelai.
Do you like Suki?
Yes,
I love
I
Suki.
do. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's
Hi.
it's fine.
Oh wait, you haven't. Not yet. Wait.
You're like you're
How
trying.
you
You're
how
trying.
you feel about Dean?
I can't unsee Sam is the
I
problem.
know. Just
The
wait.
voice is crazy though. The voice difference is crazy to
Dude,
me.
I'm on season 4 and the difference is crazy.
I'm just like, what the frick is going on? But no, he's kind of like I'm not particularly like excited to see any more of him.
Fuck Dean. That's all it's just fuck Dean.
But no, like it's fine. I think the problem is, and I have this problem with books too. Like I like slice of life, but I like an overall arching theme or plot line. And so far it's really just like the only overarching plot line is the dinners so far. And like I think it needs to get deeper into her like at Chilton and
Oh, I
like
will.
and I'll get a little more into it, I think.
Yeah, I will.
It's just like I have a really hard time with like the beginning of things. Like I like to be dropped into the middle of like everything being established and figuring it out.
Just wait until the end of season 1. You'll be like happy.
But yeah, like I'm not gonna keep going. Um, it's just gonna be slow, like because no one else wants to watch it. So
I'll watch it with you. I'll start over again. Fuck it.
yeah, I'm at the end, I think, of episode 3 or middle of it. She's just been on the golf course with
Richard.
Richard.
I mean, like, I'm free after work most days,
Hmm.
so like we could fingers together pointing. We could spend an hour watching Gilmore Girls
We
together.
could we could as long as we can also multitask and get other things done.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Okay, because we have things to do.
Speaking
We
of
always have
things to
things.
do,
Yes.
next episode, which
Da
is
da
your
da.
thing, is this or that
Wow.
horror games
Yes.
in
I'm
honor of all the
yes.
horror games coming out in March.
And this year, because there's also like Alan Wake 2's coming out sometime this year, Silent Hill 2's coming out sometime this year, the remake. There's a lot of like good horror games this year, which is like a blessing because I don't really like any other games if I'm 100% honest. I don't care for fighters and shooters and I want horror. But I'm thinking kind of like a fantasy football kind of thing.
Yeah,
Um, and Amy knows enough about Resident Evil that I'm thinking even a kind of this character versus that character kind of thing. Like maybe not who's gonna win against who, but who you like better, because she knows enough. She knows enough.
I do. Yeah,
Um, yeah. Um,
I personally haven't played any of them,
right.
but I have watched people play. I watched Autumn play.
Yeah.
I know a lot.
Dark Side Chronicles and Umbrella Chronicles. Ugh, what those were the days.
In your bedroom on the floor.
On the floor, yes. And a certain other friend that I'm no longer friends with screaming because she was a scaredy cat.
Oh my god.
Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
I forgot about that until you just said it.
Yeah, that was not the most fun. Anyways,
Lord.
also, before we close out, and it does relate to Resident Evil, I have been able to recover a little bit of my writing spirit after months of not being able to, and I'm very, very happy.
Dude, the stuff she is writing is honestly fucking so good. I love when you
She,
send me
she she's
snippets.
she's doing she's giving me too much credit.
No, I love it. It's good. I love.
Um, I will admit that my characters' names are like entirely a little too out there, but um
I don't really think so.
Well, Doris is after my grandma because honestly, they have a very similar personality. Um, and I mean that very lovingly. Like my grandma was a Spitfire and a half. Um, and Rita is after my aunt. But then I found out there's a Rita Phillips in canon. She's a cop with RPD. So I get to make a fun little like haha inside joke of like, no, not that Rita Phillips, you idiot. This Rita Phillips. So that's gonna be fun. But yes, I'm very kind of excited. I'm working through some things right now. Gotta figure out where she's running to, where she's going.
Yeah,
It's
we've been kind of bouncing
yeah,
ideas off of each other.
yes. Um, and I got her like backstory a little more solidified, and it makes it all that much sadder. Um, yeah, but we're yeah, I'm happy. I'm glad to be creative again. I will get Kaede back eventually, but until then, Doris will do.
Hey, you can start with Doris. You know,
Yeah.
it's just
She
the
has,
opening.
yeah. She also has, let's see, one, two, three, four. She's in four main events. The girl can't get her nose out of shit.
That's why I love her.
Yeah. So, yeah, I
she
don't know.
she would definitely be a fucking Slytherin,
I really feel like it. Yeah.
just because she's so curious and like won't
She's
let
a little
things
too, yeah,
go.
yeah. Yeah. And I get to show how, maybe just how cutthroat she can be before long. So exciting. But yeah, yay, creative. Resident Evil, which always helps because I mean, I've been obsessed with it since I was like 15 years old before I could even be allowed to play it. So yeah, get ready for a lot of fangirling in the next episode because it's my time to shine, baby.
Nope, it's definitely her episode. I can't do horror games. Like I can watch people play horror games. I can watch horror movies.
She just can't play them.
When it comes to playing them, I can't. It's a sensory overload with noises for me, and it makes me so
That's
anxious. I
fair.
just can't.
To be fair, a lot of the games will let you turn down sounds like the guns and stuff. You can turn down SFX on the guns and the blowing ups. So like there is ways to get around it, but
No,
I'm
no,
not.
no. That's not the noises I'm talking about. I'm talking about like
Oh,
the creakings
oh,
and.
the creepy. You can turn background noises down too.
Oh, but I feel like it's like I'm not immersed. It's
No,
like I just have to
that's
watch people
stupid. No,
play it.
that's I mean that's fair. You don't have to be a player, but like I hate people who are like, oh, like if you don't like getting like pissing your pants, being scared. Like, no, here's the thing. I don't like being that scared. Like, I like being scared. Like, when I was playing, this was like, oh God, like almost 3 years ago now, I think. 2020, I think is when I streamed seven,
Yeah.
Resident Evil 7. Um, I was playing it when my mom and brother were working night shifts. And I was terrified the entire time playing because I was home alone. I live in the middle of nowhere. My dogs are basically useless. Like, yes, they'll bark, but then they just whimper because they're afraid of people. Like, I was terrified. And that was not fun. Like, being that scared. Like, I was having trouble playing unless somebody was like there watching and I knew that they were there. So, like, it's hard. And I know, like, oh, it's not that scary. Well, F off. I personally find abandoned houses to be quite scary,
Yes, I think that's the scariest.
which is funny because Dumpling has like a old farmhouse on his property where he lives that like is completely abandoned, but like all the stuff from when people lived there is in it.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it was his, I think, great grandparents or his
No,
grandparent. Yeah,
no, thank you. That just screams like
I'll have to take a picture.
poltergeist and shit. No thanks.
It's great. It's great. I'm like, dude, you need to like make freaking videos out here, man. Like, and you got nothing but like a freaking field for miles on the other side. Like, you got a horror movie. with no
in your
money.
yard. Yeah, like,
Exactly. And there's random horses that sometimes just come up to his house.
oh God. Could
I
you
live in the
imagine just fucking getting up to go get some water in the dark and like you just look out your window and there's a fucking horse?
I would scream. I'm waiting for the day that the bear decides to come this far down the road.
Oh God.
There's a bear not even a mile down the road from me
I don't miss that
that
about my
like
grandma's.
lives. Yeah, no. Mom wants to feed it. I'm like, you are not getting me killed, mother. I'm the one who
You,
walks the dog at
yeah.
4 in the morning. No, I'm not dying. No, this is not Winnie the frickin' Pooh. Mm-mm.
Did you hear about the Winnie the Pooh horror movie?
Yes,
I want to watch it in theaters.
I kind of do. I'm not gonna lie.
Anyway, we're getting off
Okay.
topic here.
Yeah, we're getting into it. Okay, so yeah, tomorrow next week is all about horror movies. Oh my God, horror games. My stuff. Fun, fun. Um, we hope that you had a lovely Valentine's Day, no matter your relationship status.
Yes.
Hopefully, you either treated yourself or somebody else treated you to some chocolates or sour candies or a nice dinner. I hope that you treated yourself or someone else treated you well. Um, so in closing, I am Autumn, aka Firefly,
I am Amy, aka Mogsy.
and this was the Nerdy Archives. Be safe out there, guys. It's a crazy world.
Don't go to haunted places. It's bad, okay?
Yeah, be safe out there.
Bye.
Bye.